Today we're back with the 2019 Pilgrimage Group. The drivers meeting never fails to strike fear deep in your heart. So for the drivers that have never been to the track before, they're getting acclimated in the wet.
It was starting to rain a little heavy, like, you know, medium wipers, which on a regular day is okay, but on the track it's a little terrifying.
It scares the crap out of you. I mean, there's no runoff. There's a massive speed differential between you and the other cars, but just thrilling. It's super thrilling.
I'm really happy it's wet because it gives you another chance to learn more stuff.
Oh, the constant, turn in, don't think you've nailed a corner, because once you've nailed a corner, then you immediately switch off, you miss the next corner. It's like, whoa, just gotta keep concentrating, keep concentrating.
Then as the track dries, confidence builds over time, and hopefully we'll all improve, but you know, that's years out, right?
Be prepared for sensory overload, but it's still amazing.
It's incredible how long it is and the change in elevation. And it's historical. It's amazing to be here on a track that's been almost 100 years.
You can play it, on PlayStation or what have you, or look at YouTube videos. Totally different. The undulations, the track is smooth in many places. You get to the carousel and you're kind of thumping through the carousel.
You play it in a video game and it's cool. It's just nothing compares to being like angled like that.
And the only recommendation that you can do, the only solution is laps, 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 laps.
Road tour was probably one of the highlights for me. I mean, the tracks are awesome, but the road tour was really, really cool.
The biggest variation from a Renault Megane to a GT3 RS, we had that range of cars on the road tour, which was spectacular.
The scenery that we got to drive through is just so picturesque, German. It's exactly what you would expect to drive through.
The countryside was absolutely gorgeous. The roads were nice, they were twisty, they were turny, with the added benefit of just much, much more beautiful scenery.
You popped out at the top of a mountain and then you came down through the winding road and ended up in Bernkastel for lunch, which was beautiful.
Bernkastel was just such a picturesque little place. The Autobahn was wet, but it was fun.
I got to be in a GT3 and doing 150 miles an hour. It was pretty spectacular. Pinching myself. I was sitting there in the car actually emotional yesterday thinking, how on earth is this happening?
Nervous or excited?
Excited.
And nervous.
We're at Spa, you see? There it is. Eau Rouge, we're here. I cannot believe how many good people we've got with us this year. Everybody's had a blast. The downside is we've had our first major weather year, which I think is actually, in a weird way, a bonus.
It's been damp this morning, started out learning the wet line. Now as more traffic goes by, we're transitioning to the dry line. So we get to kind of learn 2 tracks in one today.
Very fast track. It's got markers for when you brake, it's got runoff zones, so in a way it gives you that sense of security.
It's my favorite track so far, by a long ways. It's an amazing place, facility is amazing, the stadium, the track is awesome, and the instruction doesn't get any better.
My goal for this trip was just to have fun and to learn something, and I'd say I accomplished both already. If I stop to think about it, I'm kind of like, wow, what did I just do?
Eau Rouge is everything I was told it would be. It's super satisfying to get right. Just in disbelief that I'm actually here doing this. It's been a great week.
If you're debating coming on the trip, stop debating, just go. There is no downside, just pack your bags and go for the next one.
I'd never driven on a track before, so if you think about it, you could be apprehensive and say, can I do this? If you have any experience, if you're a car enthusiast, if you're interested in cars, that skill is going to give you enough to at least get started, and everybody has to start someplace.
It's one of those bucket list pieces. I mean, what can you do? You know, you think about things you've wanted to do all your life from a motoring point of view. So many things you've seen before, but in the moment, difficult to understand and compute, but excellent. And even better in the West, to be honest. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I came here.
The Everyday Driver guys put together a great event. They really did take care of everything. There wasn't, details that I had to worry about. So in that aspect, it was awesome. But it really, the group of people you're with, they come from very diverse backgrounds, but we all have a very common interest in automobiles, and it's a super week.
So I've been coming for a few years in a row now with Todd and Paul, and the first time it was a lot of learning. It was all brand new, and what I found is that each year it gets more and more fun the more I know the track.
I would recommend that if someone's seriously thinking about it, don't do it, because I would rather take your place. I would come back on this trip in a heartbeat. So I'm hoping to be a regular on this. It was so good.
At 300 kilometers at Spa today, Todd and I decided to get more fuel, and the tank is now dry.
Great meals, great track time. The instructors are fantastic. You have to come, because we are having all of the fun if you're not here.
All that to say is, RSR is now our happy place, and you need to come visit.